Over the last week, GTA 6 has been hit with what might be the biggest leak in the game's history. As of right now, we're looking at more than a dozen separate clips, adding up to over 20 minutes of actual gameplay footage. And in that time, we've learned more new mechanics, systems, and locations than we got from the entire 2022 leak combined. I'm going clip by clip, day by day, laying out exactly what's been confirmed, what's still speculation, and what it all means heading into November 19th. Quick bit of context before the timeline. The leaks are coming from a group going by Cyberleek. Their stated reasoning is a protest. They're unhappy with Rockstar's decision to skip a physical disc release and lock certain bonus content behind the Ultimate Edition instead of including it in the base game. Take that motive with whatever grain of salt you want. That's just what they've claimed. What's not really up for debate anymore is that the footage is real. Rockstar and Take-Two have been aggressively issuing takedowns across YouTube, Twitter/X, and Reddit, which, ironically, is one of the stronger pieces of evidence that this is legitimate. You don't send a legal team after fan-made fakes. For that reason, you won't see the actual clips in this video. Just my breakdown of what's in them, some reference stills where it's safe, and map graphics. One more housekeeping note. Metadata on the earliest clips shows they were encoded with software that only existed from late 2023 onward. And one clip has a song release dated to January 2025 playing in the background. So this is a relatively recent build, not a leftover from years ago. The first clip to surface is just over a minute long and shows Jason in his own backyard shooting hoops. A few things worth flagging even in something this low-key. Two money icons appear top right, one shaped like a wallet, one shaped like a house. The read here is that your on-hand cash and a stored safe balance are now tracked separately, which lines up with years of speculation that dying or getting busted won't wipe out everything you own this time. A bench press is visible on the deck, which, combined with Jason lifting weights in Trailer 2, strongly implies a working fitness or stat system, not just a cosmetic animation. The basketball minigame itself uses a shrinking circle timing mechanic, similar in spirit to what Red Dead 2 did with fishing and other timing-based activities. It's simple, but it's there, and it's playable. But the second clip from the same day is a much bigger deal. This is the one everyone had been waiting for, our first real look at driving. Straight off the bat, it doesn't feel like GTA 5. Suspension has noticeably more give to it, closer to GTA 4's weightier feel than 5's arcadey handling. When Jason's car gets clipped by a post-op van, the body damage is far more pronounced than anything we saw in the last game. The clip also gives us combat for the first time. Jason throws a jump kick, disarms an NPC of a wrench, and finishes with an animation that looks like it's borrowing straight from Red Dead 2's melee system. The sound design alone is a noticeable step up. It sounds like you're actually hitting someone. From that scuffle, we get a wanted level, and with it, 3 new icons: a clothing hanger, a car, and a blank face. The likely read is that police now track your outfit, your vehicle, and your face as separate trackable descriptors, meaning changing clothes or swapping cars might genuinely help you lose a star this time, rather than just running far enough away. We also see, for the first time, gas and engine gauges tied to individual vehicles, and a 4-slot trunk storage UI, both long rumored, now confirmed on screen. And right after Jason keeps beating a downed NPC, a purple demon emoji with a minus sign pops up, which is about as clear a signal as you can get that Red Dead 2's honor system is making a return in some form. And the full in-game map leaked alongside this clip. I won't be showing it, but it's been effectively confirmed authentic by people who've spent years mapping this game from screenshots and trailers alone. The next day is where things really accelerate. Clip 1, taser.mp4. Jason's driving a returning GTA Online vehicle around a refinery, and when he tries to steal a parked car, we get 2 new prompts: smash window or clone key. That second option is new. It likely means using some kind of key cloning device to steal newer cars without immediately tripping an alarm or leaving an obvious signature for police to trace. A fight breaks out. Jason picks up a taser with noticeably more range than GTA 5's version and steals a truck to escape. At the very end, we get our first cutscene leak, just Jason and a character named Cal having a drink on a boat. Small detail, but it's the first proof we have that story cutscenes exist in this build at all. Clip 2, a few hours later, this is where the systems really start stacking up. we get a knife fight with genuinely varied slash animations, a prompt to pick up a downed body, almost certainly for hiding evidence from police, and our first look at the inventory UI, which matches the mock-ups from the 2022 leak almost exactly. Inside that inventory, we can see three separate meters: health, stamina, and something labeled focus, which nobody's fully cracked yet. My best guess is it functions like a stress or fatigue mechanic. The lower it gets, the harder it is to aim or stay alert. We also spot a healing item called Zombix, which comes with a warning that overusing it reduces its effectiveness. So no more just chain-eating burgers to full heal. And notably, looted items, including cash, now have to be manually picked up off bodies RDR2 style instead of just flying into your pocket. This clip is less about mechanics and more about scale. It's an aerial pass over a huge stretch of the map, and it gives us our best look yet at Vice City itself, a figure-8 dirt track, the prison from Trailer 1, and a marina packed with somewhere in the range of 80 to 100 boats and yachts. We also get our first real look at the radio station lineup. Stations like Dirty South Classics, Circle Loco Records, Backcountry Radio, Symphony FM, and Stockyard FM all show up in the menu, alongside a mysterious on-demand option that a lot of people are speculating works like a built-in music streaming feature rather than fixed stations. The clip ends with Cyberleek shooting their own name into a wall in-game, which, unsettling as it is, confirms they have a fully playable build and not just a handful of pre-recorded clips. That set off a wave of concern in the community. If they're not caught, there's nothing stopping them from posting clips all the way up to launch. Part 1 gives us the most detailed driving footage yet. Jason steals a returning GTA Online car, and we notice new customization touches like underglow lighting on the doors. NPCs now actively resist being pulled out of their cars, forcing a mashed input to win the struggle. The bigger discovery here, it looks like every reported crime now triggers a wanted level, shown through a crime reported notification and a red search radius on the minimap. Drive out of that red zone, and the wanted level seems to drop entirely, which suggests evasion is now genuinely about breaking line of sight and distance, not just outrunning a fixed timer. Part 2, posted shortly after, gives us the refuel and repair mechanic. GTA 5's Los Santos Customs appears to be replaced by gas station repairs, with separate repair and refuel prompts. We also notice cops don't go hostile instantly anymore. One just slowly walks up to investigate before anything escalates. And in a fun bit of world detail, math on the visible clock suggests a full in-game day now runs about 2 hours and 24 minutes, more than 3 times longer than GTA 5's day-night cycle. Around this same window, there was actually a 24-hour gap where Cyberleek went quiet, and a lot of people assumed they'd been caught. They hadn't. They came back and kept posting. A shorter clip drops Jason inside a strip club. Not much mechanically new here, but we do get a glimpse of a pool minigame icon, which lines up with a screenshot from Trailer 2 showing Jason and Cal at a pool table. Then, on August 23rd, 2 more clips arrive. One shows a random street encounter, an NPC filling a bathtub with gasoline in the back of a truck that escalates into a struggle, and our first look at the wasted screen. The second is a nighttime flyover that reveals a fishing hotspot for a species called common snook, hinting that dedicated fishing/hunting locations are returning from Red Dead 2, plus a fresh batch of radio station names. Quick, important PSA before I wrap this up. At the very end of that last flyover clip, a subtitle reads, "Return to Lucia," the first indication we've had that this build includes content beyond Jason's solo sections. Up to this point, every clip has been Jason alone, which led some to assume this was an early chapter build without Lucia access. That theory's now in question. If Cyberleek keeps posting at this pace, there's a real chance we start seeing actual story content in the next leaks, not just systems and map details. If you want to stay completely spoiler-free, this is the point to be careful about what you click. So that's everything, start to finish, from one of the biggest leak weeks gaming's ever had. A UI system, a wanted mechanic, an honor system, a fitness system, radio stations, random encounters, and a map leak all inside about 5 days. And there's no real reason to think it stops here. If Cyberleek keeps this up, I'll keep breaking down every clip as it drops. So subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one, because based on this week, it's probably coming sooner than later. Let me know down in the comments which detail stood out to you most. For me, it's the honor system making a return. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.